in embracing a much more like traditional process. Really, I've always like been into more kind of observational artwork. They weren't kind of old-fashioned people. They were both quite innovative people. But my grandmother and my secondary school teacher, but they kind of recognised my love of this traditional process and encouraged kind of like an art education on a firm foundation, if you like. So kind of drawing, a lot of drawing from observation. And Miss Lees was delighted to have Jenny in the class and Charlie's live classes going on. And at sixth form, we were, and earlier actually, we were going to Charlie's class and kind of drawing from the model. That had a big influence in my choice of university, realising how rewarding that could be, and in how quickly you could learn from, like this today, drawing from a model. It was, it kind of influenced my choice of university, and I ended up going to Aberystwyth, which I never thought I would do. I was always looking at like the big city art schools, but Aberystwyth was just like a lovely place to be, and it ran a live class that any student was free to attend, and it ran that every day. And I just thought that was a great facility to have. And I went there and I studied painting for 3 years, largely just off my own kind of. At university you seem to get a lot of time to just develop your own practice, and that was what I was doing in the live classes there. I'd just go into these live classes and I learned how to kind of paint with oils and mainly figure painting at university. And then after university I went to a drawing school in London, in East London, set up by Prince Charles, quite a young school. It's called the Prince's Drawing School. It was set up 2002, I think, or 2001, and it's a brilliant art school, set up to encourage this kind of what he felt, what Prince Charles or his kind of Princess Charities felt were lacking in modern art education, which was this kind of appreciation of drawing as the core kind of skill, and like drawing from observation. So I spent a year down there. We're looking at all different aspects of drawing. We were drawing in the kind of busy railway stations, Liverpool kind of. Liverpool Street Station, in the British Museum. We'd be drawing from all the kind of ancient artefacts. We got obsessed with the Parthenon frieze down there, and we'd just every Friday go and sit and draw these kind of Greek marvels from thousands of years ago. And in the town hall, before they move it, in Stoke, in the kind of council chamber there, I've done a big 24-foot oil painting by 6 foot of, there's 91 sitters for that painting. It's kind of a view of the whole inside of the council chamber with the council in full session. And I produced it over 6 months and got each member of the council to come and pose for me for an hour or so each. And all the directors and the people, the chief exec and things, all came into the council chamber and sat with me whilst I produced that painting. And that was unveiled by Prince Charles when he came to visit the city in 2010, which was probably my proudest moment. Wearing greens, but just enjoying the moment. There's
ever do a demonstration and you just can't make it work?
Yes, yeah, that might be one of those today. It's
No, I didn't mean like that.
but it's I did do one in Coventry, and the light I started it with this lovely light coming in on the model, and then it was like a sunset, and I just tried to capture it, and then instead of leaving it when it was actually at a good stage, just with this final bit of light, I tried to change it as the light disappeared, and it was just a bad move. It was just the want of something to do really whilst I had people watching, but I should have left it because it killed it really. As soon as you just grade it, and it was too much. Sometimes, like this one started off, she was started off looking the other way, and then it's kind of in the course of moulding the face out, she became more interested in what I was doing and kind of crept round, and it actually made a better composition. So that's how it ended up. So I do enjoy this kind of thing, not being set in stone at the beginning, and it being an evolving process, and it kind of, I felt like, the painting's I've been on a bit of a kind of journey, whatever, with me. And I was hoping that would be the case with the light, so that during the demonstration they could see different treatments of light, so they could see the kind of the nice sunset on the model, and then we'll also see it change. And it kind of worked, but it was a bit of a failure. Just mixing whites with like a lemon yellow, and because it's got those colours underneath, you can kind of get this kind of nice creamy highlight arriving. It isn't really very technical colour information that I'm going to give you today. It is just a jumbo set of oils from Webley's, and it's just kind of trying to like mix them as best I can. I'm never really that precious over what colours I use, just use whatever happens to be in my paint bag when I open it. But it's yeah. Also got a painting in the railway station, you might have seen in Stoke railway station. That's the kind of journey painting. With that one I was exploring I do a lot of these wide angle scenes where you can where on a canvas you can swing right round, or even all the way around on the spot, and get it mapped out on a canvas. But on the journey painting inside Stoke Station, I was trying to spin and move slightly as you kind of and record it along one long thin canvas. And when you're moving, that allows you to go through different environments. So it started off on board a train, and then you kind of spin round and get off the train, and then you spin round on the platform, you go through the foyer of the station, and then you get on a bus in the painting outside the station.
Where is it?
It's in the first class lounge, and it's just a reproduction in the first class lounge, and there's a reproduction on the waiting room on platform 2. But they've redecorated the waiting room on platform 2, and they've rehung the canvases in the wrong order, so so it doesn't make as much sense.